Okay, well, hello there. How are you? Today I've already prepped my face with the Van Yulay pre-shave oil. My razor is going to be this Gillette 3-piece Tech type razor, which has a Bakelite handle. And it's kind of one of those military type razors that they used to have. In there I have a SuperMax Diamond Edge blade, which will be on its third use. And my cream is going to be this. It's the Ach Brito Lavanda, or Lavanda. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but there's that right there. And I have made up a lather in this, it's the ShaveBowl from ShaveBowl.com. And, well, my brush is falling into that now, but it is the Semogue 620 brush, which was offered with this bowl. They also offered a Merkur razor, but I just got the brush in the bowl. And this is actually a two-part bowl. Underneath there is another bowl for lathering pucks of soap. But let me go ahead and try to get lathered here. I hope you're all doing well out there. Got about 2 days worth of growth here. About 2 days exactly here. This stuff smells very nice, in case you were wondering. One of the nicest smelling creams from a tube, in my opinion. Nice lavender scent. Oops, getting it a little bit everywhere, but that's all right. How's your week been? Mine was mostly uneventful, but things kind of got interesting today. Besides cutting my own hair, which there isn't much to cut, so I just kind of buzz it. I cut my friend Dave's hair, and it looks really good, because this time I actually had the benefit of having read the instructions that came with my little $10 set of clippers that I got. So I'll set this over here, rinse my hand off a little bit, and wet the razor as well. Wipe my hand off on Mr. Towel over here, and I'll get started. This will be pass number 1 with the grain. I flipped this blade after the second use, in other words, just before this use. I don't know if that was necessary, but I had very good luck with this blade. Very sharp blade, but smooth too, the first couple of times I used it. And I might have been able to use the same side of this blade several more times, I'm not sure. It's only my third time using a SuperMax Diamond Edge blade. Very nice so far still. I'm on kind of a limited income, so it's good for me to not have to go visit the barber every month or two like I used to. Ross Perot, a guy that ran for president here in the United States years ago, back in the 1990s, ran on a third-party ticket, I think. Yeah, but he said that he used to go get his hair cut at his own barber, well, just a barber that he knew, a regular barber, I think, and he only paid something like $5 or $6 for haircuts back then, but he got his hair cut every couple of weeks, and he used to have kind of that flat top thing going on. He was saying all that because he was indicating that the other candidates spent way too much on their hair and their makeup and their transportation and so forth. Excuse me while I rinse the razor. Well, I know I'm talking politics, but I shouldn't be faulted for that because that's ancient history now. I once read a book that said that, well, we were required to read it in college. It was a book about I forget the exact name of it, but it was World War II to Nixon, what happened and why during those years. And the the writer, the historian that wrote that, the professor, said that historical time had sped up in the United States. Such as to say that there had been more change between, say, 1960 and 1970 than there were in the 30 or 40 years before that. And I think an argument could be made that the same is true in all of the Western world. I'm not sure why I'm talking about all this. It just came to mind. Excuse me again. Boy, this, I gotta show this again. Many of you have used this or seen it. Very nice. In fact, I'm enjoying this more the second time. It's my second time using this. First time using it on camera. And I'm really enjoying it. Quite a lot of audio feedback, but then again, 2 days worth of growth. Although I can't say I was really sick yesterday, I just wasn't feeling up to speed, and so I didn't shave yesterday. Plus I thought, well, better for the video that I planned on making this evening, going into the next morning. That is to say, it's very late here. It will soon be very early here. The usual time that I do my weekly shave, weekly that is, for my channel here on YouTube. Wow, this is just really pleasant so far. Let me pop out and pop back in freshly lathered for that second pass, which will be across the grain. Okay, it's time for pass number 2 across the grain. Wanted to show you something, no big deal really, but I soaked my brush this time. I don't always soak my brush, but soaked it in one of these Fire King coffee cups, where if you're like me and you don't really have a cup designated for soaking your brush, these are really handy. And one of these days I plan to get one of those scuttles or whatever that seems to be more for soaking than for soap pucks or whatever, if you know what I mean. Anyway, oh here, just a second, I'll show you something. You've seen this before, but my pretty scuttle, it does have a, well, I wish it had a bigger spout, because some of these come with a bigger spout, which is really handy for soaking a brush. But this one's made more for a puck, and I got a puck of soap. I even kept the label on that. I just stuck it back on there when I was done shaving. But anyway, pass number 2 across the grain. My thoughts are kind of random right now, but I guess I did a good job shaving, not shaving, but cutting my friend Dave's hair. The lady in the common area here said, well, when I passed through that room later, she said, oh, another good-looking man with a haircut. Yeah, I did cut 2 people's hair today, mine and then Dave's. I soaked everything except the clippers themselves, which are electric. Soaked everything else in barbicide. A year or 2 ago, a neighbor who no longer lives here, unfortunately, very nice neighbor lady, for Christmas gave me a barbicide container, one of those glass jars. It's more for, well, if it were in a salon, it would be more the size for, you know, ladies soaking clippers and things that they do nails with. But it's great, and it's great for razors. One of these days I might purchase one that's a little taller that I could soak whole combs and scissors and things like that in. Well, excuse me again. Getting, getting lather up my nose and everything. All right. Okay. Well, how are you? I think I already asked, not that you're going to be able to answer me since I'm on video here, but how are you doing? How's your week going? I hope your health is good and that just things are going your way in general. Spring is trying to happen here, but it did snow again, although most of the snow melted the following day, and by now it's almost all gone. There might be a little teeny tiny patch here and there, but yeah, the trend is towards warmer weather right now, so we're certainly looking forward to that. I can tell you this has been, well, it was, and in some ways still is, a long cold winter, more than we wanted, I can tell you that. I'm gonna pop out, pop back in, I'll lather myself, and I'll be back for that third pass against the grain. Pass number 3 against the grain. Kind of a thinner lather in this pass, but that's okay. Good slitness. Adequate protection. Of course, this is not a really aggressive razor either. Excuse me. I'll go ahead and go to the neck now. Yes, very, very comfortable shave with this cream and this razor and blade. It seems to be cutting through the hair all right. Excuse me. I don't always flip blades, but I did this time. It's kind of a, I guess you could say, an unofficial study I'm doing on my own skin. Sometimes I flip blades, sometimes I don't. Does it make any difference? Sometimes I think it does. Sometimes I think I get more wear out of a blade by flipping it. But I don't know for certain. It's still a work in progress, like so many of my other little projects. Did I wonder if I even rinsed this? Excuse me. One more go there above the lip, and yeah, so far so good. I'll be back for pickups. Okay, it's pickup time. Here I go. Just one of those nice shaves where I keep wanting to iterate and reiterate about how nice it is. Very pleasant. Excuse me, I'm going to rinse this and do a bit of a slickness test. Maybe go over my trouble spots, which are not, this one's not too bad right now. I probably shouldn't try to gild the lily. Like, I came to a point when I was cutting Dave's hair, when I was done, basically, or almost done, and he said, why gild the lily? And it's true, sometimes people will screw up a good haircut, an amateur like me giving a haircut to somebody else, or even to myself, by trying to make it perfect. But it was good. I don't know if I could tell, if I didn't know that he hadn't been to a regular barber. I'm not sure I could tell that he hadn't. And let's see. Yeah, this little spot right here seems... But you know what? You could pretty much call this BBS. Even though I came in with what, for me, is a lot of growth, 2 days. And, yeah, I'm done gilding the lily. That's enough. But thank you for staying with me so far. I'm not done yet. I'm going to rinse my face, my razor, whatever. And I'll be back, well, you know, with our good friend, Mr. Towel. Here he is. You know him, you love him, you can't live without him. It's our good friend, Mr. Towel. Ooh. Nice, nice so far. Come back and focus, camera. Phone has a better camera, they said. Buy this expensive new phone. Oh well, what are you gonna do, right? Okay, let's see. Put Mr. Towel back where he goes. In the lifestyle to which he is accustomed, just kind of hanging around. Okay, and I'll commence doing recaps and putting the finishing touches on this shave. Well, first of all, I began off camera beforehand. I prepped my face with the very nice Van Yulay pre-shave oil. My razor has been this 3-piece tech type, even military type almost, Gillette razor. It doesn't have a date code on it, but Bakelite handle, middle cap and base plate. In there, I had one of these, a SuperMax Diamond Edge blade, which was on its 3rd use, and I flipped it after the 2nd use. All right, my cream has been this Ach Brito Lavanda, or Lavanda, I'm not sure how this is pronounced, but it's a lavender, it has a lavender scent that is very nice. And my brush has been this. It is the Semogue 620 brush, and this was offered by the same company that makes this. I didn't rinse this out yet, but it's the ShaveBowl from ShaveBowl.com. These also come in black now, and I don't know if they're coming in other colors yet, but the initial offering was just in white, and that's what I got, obviously. And this is the part that's dedicated to lathering pucks of soap. This is the part that is more for your creams, and there's a place there for your brush and for a razor, okay? And that has a micro texture inside of it, which is supposed to aid in lathering. Okay, I'll set that aside. And just for point of interest, I guess, I had soaked, there's nothing in here now, but I had soaked my brush in this old Fire King coffee cup, kind of milk glass. Okay, now let's reach into magic cabinet number 2 here. And I'm ready to apply the Humphreys witch hazel, unscented variety in this case. And as you can probably tell, I'm going to need to get some more of that soon. So we'll go ahead and put some of that in the hand there, set that aside, and here we go. It feels nice. A little bit of sting from the, I think it's 14% alcohol that's in the Humphreys witch hazel, but not too bad. Feels nice. Okay, and let's see here. I'll show you that once again. That's the Humphreys witch hazel unscented variety there. All right. Now, something I used last time, and it's not really lavender, but I think it'll go. I have some lavender aftershave, but I'm going to use this again because I like it so much. The Chatillion Lux Yazu Rose and Patchouli aftershave. I like that so much. I think it's the patchouli in there that makes it so long-lasting of a scent, but it says a very narrow restrictor, but I guess it's because, in theory, you don't need too much of this. But I like to kind of put a lot of it on, a little on the wrists, behind the ears, the temples. Oh, that's nice. No burn. I guess there's no alcohol in it, or if there is, maybe not very much. Okay, and I'll show you that again. I really like this stuff. The Chatillion Lux Yuzu, I think I might have said Yazoo, that's a city in Mississippi. It's Yuzu Rose and Patchouli aftershave. I highly recommend that. Okay. Also, although my friend Dave, again, he says he smells that patchouli like a long time after I put that stuff on, but I think I also smell the rose and the yuzu that goes along with that. Finally, for my balm, I'm going to use this aftershave balm. It's the Lavender Aftershave Balm by Van Yulay. I could have used some of their aftershave, but I just wanted to change it up just a little bit. I've also got their lavender soap, which is very nice. A lot of nice vendors making nice products. Everywhere I look online, seemingly, there's just really nice stuff. So many products, but so little time, and in my case, sometimes so little money. And yes, all these things do go well together. In fact, I'm really enjoying the scents wafting about the necessity room here. That's it, folks. Thank you for watching. If you stuck with me this far, thanks for all your support. Always, you know the drill. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe. That's about it. May you all have peace and have a good rest of your week.